So the ocean seems pretty nice. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on this radio. Hello there, guys. My name is Marko. I am an artist, based on a small city in Arizona. Hope you guys are having a great day. Mood. Mood is one of those things that is very, very important. And when it comes to mood, there are three different wording that you can also use. One is inspired, the other one's motivation, and the other one is mood. Now, inspired basically means, someone that has the urge to want to do something or feel something. Now, motivation is the reason why someone would want to act a certain way. That makes them want to do something. Now, mood is a temporarily state of mind that makes you want to feel something. Like a lot of times, man, I feel like I want to do this. You feel like you want to do something, and that's basically the mood. But then it's like, I kind of don't feel like it, meaning that the mood fluctuates. To me, my mood is sometimes I'm feeling good. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I feel sad and depressed, but my mood always fluctuates depending on what's happening or what people tell me throughout the day. But I need to really learn, one of the things I learned to do is how to control it. On this video, I'm going to talk to you guys and tell you guys, a few different things that you can do to basically uplift your mood to make art. Okay, so the first one is to uplift or kind of set the tone and the vibe of the room where you do your art. What I mean by this is that where's the place where you do your illustration, your art, your traditional art. It is kind of cool and important to have an area of where you do your art, where you do a lot of these things. You don't have to have it, but it is, I feel like it's very much important, the area where you're at. But it's also very important, for instance, if you go outside, going outside, if that gets your mood being up, it's always good to kind of alternate. Personally, me, I do have this room. This is where I do some of my art. But then I also go to Starbucks and I also do art there because I feel motivated or feel the mood to do art when I'm there. It's kind of like certain things. It's weird to explain this, but sometimes going to different locations, sometimes some people that when they go out in nature and stuff like that, they paint nature because that's where they're at and that's where they feel like. So a lot of times you need to acknowledge where you're gonna do art. Where is it that gets you wanting to do art? Sometimes I go to Starbucks and I'm like, I feel like I want to draw something, I want to paint something. I'm like, oh, then if that's what I feel like I'll do it there. Or if I come to this room early in the morning, I feel like I want to do art. That's important, is understanding and realizing where is the places where you most likely will do your art, and that's where you're gonna do your art. Now the second one is lighting. As you guys are seeing, I have a big white light right here, and then I have this orange light right here. I have over here this window. Now the reason why I have this setup is because I wanted to give a sunset fall vibe type of video. So I made these lights to be like that. Lighting has the power to really change your mood. When you have a lot of these what's it called, yellow orange lights, that makes you feel like, oh, it's sunset, it's summer and stuff like that, and all these colors are really, really great and will brighten up. A lot of times it's always good to be next to a window. So if you were gonna do art, you have a desk, I will always recommend put it next to a window because it always feels, for some reason, it gives you the mood to want to do art because the power of a window, the light casting through, it's amazing. Now here's the thing, if you have the same problem as me when it comes to your windows, maybe this could help. Look, right here is my window, okay? I open up this window to get the light in because, like I said, it's really good to have natural light, especially if you're next to a window. Problem is that there's this wall. Now I do want the light to go in, but I don't want to be staring at this wall. I don't want this wall to be my outside. You know, open up the window, get the light in, but then there's a wall. It's like, I don't want that. So this is something you can do. You can put a diffuser on your light. This is a diffuser that I put in. I actually got this from a broken, what's it called, flat TV. I took it apart and I have this cool looking diffuser on it, and I just put it up on my wall. You can go to Michael's, get something similar to this, so there's that, or go to a place that this is really nice because, as you guys see, you guys do see the light, but you guys don't see the brick wall on the back. And also, like, if you live in a neighborhood or somewhere where, like, you cannot have, like, your what's it called, your window, you can't really have so much open because you're curious if people are gonna see what's inside your room or something like that, you can also try this. This is an option. I'm not gonna say it's gonna help 100% with your bad neighborhood, but there's that. But regardless, this is something that I do, and it's pretty cool. So there's that. Like, as you guys see, it's kind of like a softbox thing. That I don't see the wall, but then there's this, and it kind of helps it. It kind of makes me think in my brain, like, what's out there? The other thing that will also help you guys get in the mood is planning. A lot of times you're like, I don't know, like, I feel like I want to draw or want to do art, but I don't know what to do, right? When you plan out what you're going to be doing, then you will get more motivation. Therefore, you're going to have the mood to want to do art because you plan. You know exactly what you're going to do. And that's important, so you can actually make your art. And that's important to elevate more of your mood when you have things planned out. Now for this next one is music. Music has that power to do crazy things, right? Some music I listen to and it reminds me of the winter, the fall, and it makes me want to make art winter and fall, or make something like that, set that tone. The scary music, this really pop type of style music that you can listen to. You know, summer, pop music, ocean, right up my alley. See what I mean? And there's many different artists, stuff like that. To me, when it comes to music, I listen to a lot of different types of music. Newer artists, older artists, I don't give a shit. I listen to it, okay? There's that. A lot of people, you know, when it comes to music, some people say, oh yeah, music right now, it's drying out. It's like, it's all mumble rapping. It's all like this and that. And it's like, music today sucks and stuff like that. And I feel like, then what have you been listening to? You've been listening to the music that's shoved in your face. You know, there's underground artists, there's other artists out there that are not as popular, but yet they make great music. You're just gonna ignore those artists? No. There's that. So to me, I listen to those type of artists, and I also listen to artists that are in your face. Different types of music I listen to because my art is very like, there's just so much into it. You know, so much stuff in the art and stuff like that I draw, and that's basically what it is. You know, my art is very different. Stuff like, because I want it to be appealing to a lot of different types of people. I don't really have like 100% concept. I have an art style, but not so much a concept with it. You know, maybe I should. I don't know. So there's that. So yeah, so there's that. Music. Put some earbuds. The earbuds is because it's way easier to travel with and stuff like that. But headphones is more to isolate more with that noise cancellation. Especially if you're transporting stuff, like if you're going somewhere, like taking the bus or something like that, and you want to draw in the bus stop or in the bus or something like that, getting a pair of headphones will really draw on everything. Now for this next one is easy to use art supplies and easy way to use art supplies, and also like easy way to make art. Meaning that you need to get yourself a little bit more organized with your art and know where things are at. Why? Because if you have if you're making art, right, and you have like a drawers, and in one drawer you have your like paint brushes, the other one you have your paints, the other one you have your markers and stuff like that, just stuff like that, right? So when you're gonna make your art, you're gonna start drawing, and then you'll be like, oh, where are my brushes? I need my brushes, I need my paint. You know where they're at, and you feel more motivated to paint because everything's organized, everything's put in a certain location, and now you know where everything is, and now you can to draw. So when you go out there, you're gonna draw, you're in your desk, I need my pencils, I know where my pens are at, they're right here. So just try to make everything, like when you're gonna start making your art and stuff like that, just have everything prepared. You know, everything, have it on hand, you know where things are at. You need to be a little more organized with your art supply, and that's important. Okay, so that's that. Now, this one, I actually covered this thing up in my other video, but I want to talk about it in this one because I feel like it's very much important, is go find artists that inspire you. Go find artists that you really like, their art style and stuff like that. Buy some of their artwork, put it up on your wall, and that'll be good. Do that, because a lot of times if you put them up in your wallpaper or on your phone, you're not going to be looking at it, because you're going to be looking at Instagram or stuff like that, or on your laptop probably playing a game or something like that, or doing research. So you're not going to be seeing that person's artwork all the time. That's what I recommend, is either print it out or send it to be print, or figure out a way for you to kind of like buy their artwork or something like that legally. Okay, we don't want any problems with that. So do that, because these things are going to be an amazing thing. Okay, that's what I recommend. You know, if you want something like that, man, I always recommend that. Now, here's the thing. If you are a person that, because looking at your wall, it's going to be really good. Now, here's the thing. One of the things that I would recommend also is to have your own artwork, your own piece of art they have done. That is that's equally as important, because one, the artist that you get inspired by is going to motivate you to continue doing your art, to like, that's the type of art I want to do and stuff like that. But then also having your own artwork will motivate you to actually make other different types of artwork, because you get to look at your work and you get to realize in your brain, like, wow, I did this. That means I can do this with no problem, because I know how to do this. You know, that's what I recommend, putting up on your wall, because or else, if you just have your artwork lying somewhere, like in storage or something like that, then you're not going to look at your artwork, and then now you're going to second guess if you can actually do certain artworks, because you're not seeing your own progress, your own work. You know, that's what I recommend. Put your own artwork in your wall. Do artwork, do really good, put on your wall so you can see that you can actually do this. You can get motivated. So for this final one, it's very similar to the first one. Is to basically pick a time and look for a place where you get to do your art. Because a lot of times we have a lot of stuff to do in our lives, stuff like that. So in order for us to be successful for our art, to be successful at the stuff that we want to do, we want to pick a time out for our busy schedule, our busy lives, to really, like, you know, it's like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to spend 1 hour doing art, and that's basically what I'm going to do. That's just how it is. And what's going to happen is that soon you're going to have amazing artwork, stuff like that, and just keep doing it every single time. Pick a day where you're going to do your art, and then, pick an hour, and then I'll do it every single day, and that's going to help you tremendously. Your skill level, stuff like that, you're always going to have mood to your art, be like, oh, but like it's 5 o'clock, well, I'm going to have to do my art, and then you're going to be forced to have that mood for that. You know what I mean? So the stat, just pick a place. People go camping, and then they draw there, they do the art there. People go to Starbucks, like I do. People, like, you know, have a room, like also I do. And then people just like do certain things. And you can have a desk, you can have a place and everything like that. Just everything good. Just have an art space where you have all your art equipment, your art stuff, so it can make the process of making art much more easier. To be honestly, dude, I don't care. Like, to me, when I make art, I use different type of materials, different type of tools. People tell me, don't use this, use that. They give me a reason, because it's cheap, and that's all. That's the only reason. Now tell me more reasons why. So there's that. Okay, so that's about it. Hopefully this video really helped you guys a lot. Make sure you like and subscribe, and ring that bell to, basically, I'm going to be making more art videos.